Good morning. Welcome to day 85 of the 100 Day Project. This is day 84 and the video's up and you're welcome to go watch. And yesterday at the end of the video I said if the mood held on, I was going to work in this book today. And the mood held on because I came in and I'm like, oh, I really want to work in this book. So that's what I'm going to do today, maybe a page or two. I have pulled out a few things that I can use in my book. I'm going to use the stack that I showed you yesterday, and then I brought in some extra things, like I brought in some ribbons and some trims, and then a few things out of a drawer. So as I get started, I'll kind of pick through and decide on things, and then I'll let you know as I go. So I'm going to pick a page to work on, then I will kind of get an idea of what I want on the page, and we'll get started. The first page I want to work on is this coffee bag page. I was looking through my stuff and I have these Tim Holtz Ideology Found Relatives cards. I've never used them before, so I just flipped through them real quick to see what was in there. And I found this guy, and he just looks like the guy who made that coffee. So I'm going to put him on here. And I have this other little card. I have a stack of those. I took them out of their package and put them on a ring, so I don't know who makes these anymore. I can't remember. But they have little jokes and little sayings on them. And this one says, "Take great joy in life's little pleasures." So I thought that would look really good on here. And I have a little brad that I'm going to stick on there. I'm going to distress the edge of this with the Distress Ink Walnut Stain before I attach it all. And I don't think he needs any distress. Can't really see it, so we won't do him. And I was going to staple him on. I'm just going to use my tiny attacher. We got one page done. That was quick. All right, let's do another one. I'm not sure which page I'm going to do yet, but I do know that I want to take off the painted portion of this cardboard. I'm going to tear this one apart too because I have this tag that I pulled over from my box and I like these together. So maybe we'll put this one on hold and we'll do the blue one first. I don't know, I'm kind of just winging it here. So let's pull this one apart. All right, let me look through here and find a page to work on. I think I'm going to work on this one right here. And I was going to leave this open so it could be a pocket. I just don't think I would ever use it as a pocket. We'll go ahead and glue it a little bit so it doesn't pull apart. And this I want to go right here like this. I'm going to tear off the top part. I'm switching gears on you. I'm thinking about using this piece here instead. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm going to use wet glue because this needs a little more support than this glue stick, although the glue stick would be fine on this. Okay, I like that. Now let's figure out what to do with this. Let's take a little gesso and put it on there. I pulled out some India ink. This is Daler Rowney Payne's Gray, and this one is Bombay ink Red Violet. I'm just gonna scribble a little bit on here just for the fun of it. I want this to dry, and then I'm going to put the other one on. So I'm going to dry this a little bit. And this one, I'm just going to put a little dab on the page, and I've got a brush that's wet and waiting in the wings. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry. I have this little piece of trim that was sitting in my bag while I was sitting here waiting for this to dry. I was looking at my bag and it was sitting kind of in the view down here, and I thought, oh, I think I'll take that out and put it on my page. I want to use my China marker. This is not quite dry, so I need to try to avoid that because I don't want to smear it. There we go. dart across. There we go, okay. I wanted it to connect. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. This is dry now, and I'm gonna leave it just like this. I'm not gonna add a word or anything. I can come back later and do that if I want to. So I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna work right here. And I wanna use this piece, and I wanna use this, and I kinda wanna use this. So I need to cut that apart. I'm going to stitch this little piece of fabric to this little piece. This is just embroidery floss. This is a Stabilo all pencil, and I use a wet paintbrush to activate the charcoal. You don't have to activate it, but I like to. I'm gonna see what this does. The Versa chalkboard marker. I've used it on other things before, and it just dries permanent from what I've been able to experience so far. Usually you put this on chalkboard vinyl, and then after it dries, you can erase it with a damp cloth, but I don't have any intention of doing that. I'm going to distress my little X's there with my walnut stain. Oh, that's better. That's much better. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave this page alone for a little while. I'd like to do one more page today before I have to go, maybe a small one. I've decided to work on this little front cover of this piece here. And I wanna use this piece, and I want to cut up this card. There's a piece of collage paper stuck right here that is a perfect size. It's kind of just sitting up there on its own, so I'm going to cut that out. It's actually a label from some collage I did a long time ago. Then we just covered up the labels in the 100-Day Project. Okay, so I want that there. This is going to have to come off. So we are finished with the pages we're going to do today. We'll start back at the beginning here. This is our first one. Actually, our first one was this one here. The guy who makes the coffee. And then this one. And then this one. And then this one. All right, that's it. Thank you for being here. I loved working in this book. I plan on doing more. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great whatever it is. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.